like a little hole, little orange. Holy shit!
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're not doing an install. We're doing something that I promised that I'd share with you guys. I think it was over a year ago. I ran into a little issue. I made a video that was about my rear LCI taillights, okay? That there was a problem that one side was getting power, but the other... You wanna shut up? But the other side wasn't, okay? Now, I did a lot of research, and over the course of the year, I actually combined all the research that I've come up with, that I found, and all my reasons, and I did find a solution. Now, I'm gonna open my computer up here because I found all the solutions, right? And I emailed them to myself, so I'm quite literally just gonna read it. What pushed me to do this was actually one of my subscribers reached out to me and said, "Hey Julian, I know you're smart and funny and everything, you're like the best guy." And I said, "I know, I'm fucking great." But he said, "You know what, one thing, you promised us that you would tell us your solution on how you fix that stupid LCI problem in the back of your car." This is actually a picture that he sent me of his car. So as you can see, his left side, the driver's side, is out and the right side is on. Let me get to telling you guys exactly what could be the culprits of the problems here. I'll start with what I think is least probable, and by the time you get to number five being the fix that I needed. Okay, first thing you should do is test the light with a multimeter. So to the back of the actual wires behind the light, you could pop it out just by popping out a couple clips in the fender liner inside the trunk. Anyways, pop that out first, check it with a multimeter, and if there isn't any voltage going to the actual light bulb when it's supposed to be on, then you know you have a problem, either one or two that I'm going to be explaining right now. If it's not getting a current, then the problem and the solution is going to be either number 3, 4, or 5. You'll understand as I go through it. Okay, so let's get started with number 1. It could be the US fog lights that are burnt and they're sending the signal to the FRM, which then sends the signal to the ECU, and then it shut other wires off potentially. To fix this, you have to reprogram the FRM, and there's a downloadable program called Tool 32 by BMW Standard Tools, with the assistance of a DCAN cable that you could just connect it from your computer straight up to the OBD2 port in the car. This could be potentially your solution and problem. There's gonna be a link down below. Click the first one for problem number 1. Anyways, Tool 32 should be the solution, and this thread is pretty good. Now we're heading on to number 2, because if number 1 doesn't work, then you could also look at the chart changing your FRM module, as it could be faulty. Now that could be quite expensive. The FRM module is actually under the wheel when you drive, in the driver's seat on the left under the OBD2 port. So it could happen that it does get faulty with water or condensation or something, because it's literally right at your feet. A very easy sign that the FRM module is faulty is that other lights in the car won't work, the power windows won't work, and the locks in the car don't work, because that literally takes care of everything. So that would suck. It would, but you would need to replace it. But don't do that yet. Listen to number 3, 4, and 5 first. Alright, moving on. Number 3. This one's pretty easy. It's inexpensive. It's literally less than $2 if this is your fix. Number 3 is a fuse. A fuse could have simply popped. The second a fuse pops, it shuts all power going forth to the rest of the car. You guys know how a fuse works. It's to prevent a massive catastrophe and a meltdown basically of all the electronics in your car. A fuse could potentially be fried and needs replacement with the right voltage and one provided by the extras in the car. You know that. So if you go in the fuse box, for my car particularly the E92 2011, it's gonna be in the driver's side, in the passenger side in the glove compartment at the back, there's like two little things you have to turn them. You pull that plaque out and it's behind. On the plaque and behind the plaque, there should be like a paper with all your fuses and explains what everything is. So here's a side-by-side comparison of a broken versus a good working fuse. It's very easy. You just see at the top that it's literally split. You could check that out by just flashing a light through it, and that could be your problem. And that hopefully is your most inexpensive problem. But there could be something else. Your tail light could be faulty, and that's what I thought at first. But this is also the most expensive solution, because the tail light itself I bought off Amazon. It was ODO, I forgot the company. Anyways, it was a $200 tail light. Just one trunk inner driver's side was $200. So that fucking sucked. It wasn't even that. So that's what sucked even harder. It's still sitting on my Does anyone want a fucking light? If you need it, I got it. I'll give it to you for 150 bucks. Okay? Alright, so this is the light. I got it from ULO. It's a company that I think I found it through Amazon actually. This is your driver's side inner trunk light. And this is specifically for the LCI because you could tell that there's this little groove here. The pre-LCI is literally flat, and that's a no-go. Anyways, what could be wrong and why this could have gone wrong is that inside here there's like a weather stripping. Sometimes these kind of decayed over time, and it's to be expected. I mean, things get old. Mine's a 2011, so already at that's 8 years old. We have E90, the E92 chassis I think started in 2007. Parts go bad, it's normal. But before you do anything at all, you've made it this far, hear me out for my number 5 reason and solution as to why your little light in the back doesn't work. Alright, so number 5. Amongst all the forums and all the YouTube that I've watched just to figure this problem out, I'm making you guys one video. The wires were literally broken in half. Okay, let's say this is the wire where it folds for the trunk. This exact corner where there's a lot of tension and it closes often when you open and close, right at that seam is where my problem lied. Those wires were quite literally snapped in half. So what I had to do, and I can't show it to you because I already did it, but I have a picture here, and just looking at the picture, I hope that you could understand. First of all, to even know that these wires were snapped in half is I pulled out both ends of the rubber from the actual trunk so that it exposed all the colorful wires on each end, okay? Then I started tugging each and every individual wire out of the loom, and I was kind of aggressive with it because I wanted them, if they weren't fully broken, I wanted them to break so I could pull them out. 3 of those wires came out broken on both ends, so I made all 3 come out, and I went and got I don't know, this wire like this, whatever gauge that is to you guys. I want to say this is like 20 gauge. I don't know, it's super thin, doesn't matter. I wired it up of those 3 that were broken that I explained. Here I wrote down that the purple one was for the rear fog lights, the yellow and black one was for my nighttime running lights, and the yellow and green was for my license plate lights. So for me, my particular case, I had my license plate lights that were out, and I had my fog lights in the back. I don't care if they worked or not, but anyways, I also fixed that. My nighttime or daytime running lights in the back, the LCI strips, all of that was broken. So I took a metal rod, I stuffed it through the rubber wire loom, I got it to the other end, I tied it up with some tape of the new fresh wire. I pulled that through, and each individual one I had to pull through. I wired it up to the corresponding colors on each end. As you can see right here in the picture, there's clearly the wire on each end. Make sure, don't fuck that up. Make sure that the same wire continues all along the circuit, so it's not wrong. You don't have to redo it. I then wrapped the wires along each other in a line formation. So how can I explain that one? I had one wire end here, one wire like that. I wrapped it like this, and I intertwined them like that. I didn't do like this and made them a T. So then they would stay at like a point. I made them stay like that, and then on top of that, I don't know how well I'm explaining this. I hope this is good. Top of my little twisting wire method here, I did it very tight, by the way. On top of that, I had some heat shrink wrap that I had just heated up, and then on top of that, I covered it all with some black electrical tape because, well, it's exposed to the elements and I don't want any problems. And to make it as clean as you see right now, everything all just placed nicely. I stuffed all the excess wires, and there was excess, I won't lie, there was excess. I stuffed it all into the trunk, and it has not moved since. I have not had a single problem, and I'm like legit extremely happy with the outcome. I know this was a kind of a lengthy video. I wanted you guys to have all the resources to your availability all in one single video, so that you don't have to look around the web like a goose like I did. Overall, this whole process took about just under an hour to do. Really nothing complicated, and the tools I used were even less complicated. I used black electrical tape, a knife, I used a really long screwdriver, I used some wire. I'm gonna be linking everything down in the description box below so that you guys could find it. I'm a nice guy, okay? That's what I do. And in return, when you click it and you buy all the products that you need down in the description box below, it's gonna bring you to Amazon. Once you buy it, I get a kickback. So say thank you to me in return for doing this video, for helping you guys. And if this video was at all helpful, I want you guys to smash a like button, comment it down below, and share it with someone that you think has or will have the same problem as I had, or as you potentially had. Huge thank you to all the people who reached out to me, who pushed me to make this video. I literally made this video, this whole email to myself, February 6, 2019. That was like 9 months ago. Yes, 9 months ago. So yeah, and that brings us to the end of the video. Another DIY done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. Smash that also smash the subscribe button. Yeah, that would be nice. I got plenty of shit going on in this car. Since you're here, let me tell you, I started a 400 horsepower goal build that I want to get to on my 2011 335i with the N55 engine here. And I did part 1 where I installed an intake, and Friday, tomorrow, I'm picking up JB4. Someone in the area, you know, Facebook Marketplace, fucking gangster shit you could find on that. It's amazing. And the company NP Boosted on Amazon, I don't care anymore. I was supposed to work with them. He took a shit. I don't know, he died. Can't find him anymore. I think I'm just gonna get a VRSF high flow catless downpipe. So that's gonna be fucking sexy. Anyways, I talk too much. My fucking throat hurts. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to drive what drives you, and I'll be catching you guys in the next video. Peace! I literally don't know what I just did with my arms. I disappoint myself.